Hi, everyone. I want to thank you for turning out today for how to sell 150 orders monthly. I've come up with that figure because back in the day when my ex-wife and I did this all the time, we sold about 150 orders a month, and that ended up making us, about $1 million in sales. So that's what we're going to shoot for, and I'm going to try and help you the best way I can to learn how to do that. First off, I want to thank all the suppliers who are on the screen right now. Every one of these suppliers and providers I would vouch for. Flex Systems is a great label company. Ad Capital has a wonderful new pickleball band for that sport. Apogee does the great awards. Edwards is great for uniforms. I have Pen Machine plus Gympire. Now, this is a new deal that a lot of y'all know, Harvey Mackler, but I'm going to explain to you about his no association with Pen Machine, and of all things, Logo Mats has rebranded itself. Now, the first thing that I want to talk to you about on the Pen Machine is it's family owned and operated for more than 40 years. I've known Harvey Mackler for maybe 25 to 30 years, and he has decided to let someone else help him with his business. And so he has partnered with Pen Machine, which one of the owners is Tommy Romero. I met them at the ASI show in Chicago. He is a very stand-up guy, and Harvey will still be involved with Gympire and Pen Machine, but I wanted you to know this is a step up to be able for you to sell more lapel pins. Logo Mats has rebranded themselves. They've come up with a lizard look, which is so cool. There's a picture of me with Miles Wadsworth at the ASI Chicago show. There's a great 5% off your next order coupon on the screen right now. And Logo Mats is the same great company. They just have rebranded themselves, and I learned about this in Chicago. The first thing we need to remember here to be able to sell 150 orders a month is to sell only educated buyers. That means you avoid prospects who have no confidence. They will only try and tear you down. They have little knowledge. They don't know what they're talking about. They have an inferiority complex. Maybe they have chips on their shoulder, or they have arrogance issues. A lot of people are narcissistic. I don't want to deal with arrogant buyers. And here's a little
Always look
opinion
for educated buyers. They are customers that look for quality. They know what they want. They need it delivered on time, and they don't mess you around on getting artwork late or slow paying you. I always look for educated buyers because I don't want to deal with people that waste my time.
time wasting is a real killer in this industry, especially today. So you've got to have all your ducks in a row to be able to process orders correctly, and you're not going to be able to do that if you've got prospects that are uneducated buyers. One of the main things that I do now is when I meet a new prospect or somebody I want to be a new customer, I always find out their cell number. I think communicating it with text with people with cell is a far superior way to deal with them as opposed to email or trying to talk to them on the phone. Now, Southern Plus has got some great little product flyers that you can send to people when you thank them for seeing you or thank them for requesting a sample. There's an example of one that I've created with my Don Sanders marketing logo where I'm thanking a customer for seeing me, and they're interested in umbrellas, so I am sending them some information from Southern Plus about umbrellas. Southern Plus also has folding chairs, they have drinkware, they have bags, they have all kinds of product flyers at southernplus.com that you can use to paste into text, or if you want to, into your emails to build up relationships with new prospects. Now, I want to talk about finding secret buyers. A lot of distributors don't know what secret buyers are. Well, they are buyers that in my instance, there are buyers that I overlooked because I was not a person who asked enough questions of some of these customers that I had. Now, if you find secret buyers by word of mouth advertising, that means people call you. They're told to do that by someone you've already sold, or you ask enough questions of your customer to find out what other buyers are located in that company. I had one customer, the Bombay company, that was buying over 200 grand per year from me. And I was always getting the order from the purchasing agent or the personnel director. I was not shopped on price. I had a relationship with them. She would give me the orders, but I never really was curious enough to find out where are these orders coming from. Well, finally, one day I asked her and she says, well, Don, there's other people over here in the company you can call on in retail, marketing, or whatever. And I thought, how dumb am I? And it turned out they had 5 departments that I could call on, and I started getting business out of them. I found a lot of secret buyers by doing volunteer work. I worked on the COVID food program. I met all kinds of company owners and people that were decision makers. So I find secret buyers by letting them contact me and being very inquisitive with every customer that I have. And I've also gotten a lot of business from doing volunteer work for elections. Now, there's a great $25 off a coupon right now from Bensel, 5% off from Southern Plus, and Cloth Promotions makes the best lens cleaning cloths in the industry. There is a coupon from them that just went away. Now, let me give you 2 examples of huge accounts that I had for one time that I never asked about their uniform programs. The Anatole Hotel and Dallas Zoo both bought from me for 12 years. The Anatole, the orders came out of purchasing and personnel, just like Bombay, but I never once asked them about who buys their uniforms. The Anatole Hotel had all kinds of buyers. They had pool attendants, front desk people, they had house cleaners, there were front desk, bar patrons, they all wore uniforms. I never knew that. I just didn't know I was supposed to ask because I really didn't know that much about Edwards that does uniform programs. And the same thing on the Dallas Zoo. I did their volunteer programs where I provided items for volunteers that worked at the zoo. Like if you worked 50 hours a year, 50 hours a month, you got a hat, you got a shirt. But I never asked my contact, who are the uniform buyers? Because everybody at the zoo had uniforms: animal handlers, vets, tour guides, food cart servers, restaurant employees, tour guides, parking attendants. If I could have gotten these 2 uniform programs from these 2 customers, it would have increased my sales by $200,000, $300,000 a year. So find those secret buyers and when you do, start talking to them about uniform programs. That's just a mistake that I'm admitting to you I made, and I'm sitting here trying to tell you how to do this. Now, let politicians find secret buyers for you. It doesn't matter who you're for today in the election. It doesn't matter to me. If you will buy something from me, I am going to like you because I need customers, not political opinions. I have done a lot of volunteer work on these elections. You meet like-minded people. And if you do that, you can sell them mats, and then you can also sell political campaigners their mats too. Logo Mats has all kinds of political mats. M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com if you'd like to have samples, and you can even increase political donations by putting individual mats, names on individual mats, like you're seeing the Jefferson Support Genevieve Collins for Congress. Great way to sell mats, great way to meet prospects. And we're talking about Edwards on uniform programs. Their site is a great way to build your own uniform sales programs. You can get virtual samples there, sales sheets, product videos, client presentations, everything that you need to have to be able to sell security uniform programs, outerwear programs, golf or polo programs. And my friend Brett Guerin, B. Guerin at edwardsgarment.com, he in 20 minutes can teach you how to sell uniforms to anybody. So you can email Brett. He'll do a gentle job with you. I know him well. He won't pester you, and he can help you sell a line that you probably have ignored forever. Now, I always talk about other opportunities and virtual showrooms you can get from Showdown Displays. I include those on my website. It makes when I have someone go to my website, they find all kinds of new products on these virtual showrooms that I've never even talked to them about. Clients will discover products they never knew about. I, in my life, have never sold door hanging banners. I didn't even know about the things I bought from Showdown for 20 years. But once I looked in their virtual showroom, I found out they make door hanging banners. I could have sold a bunch of my customers those I just didn't know. And you can create a great account for yourself at Showdown's website, and you can also save monies by placing you orders directly on their site. Now, I want to talk to you about Flex Systems, which I think is the best decorator in this industry. My friend Diane Chapman runs this company, and here's what I think about her.
I know Diane Chapman, who owns Flex Systems for almost 20 years, and she has the most unique decorating process in the industry. It is so cool because you can decorate hard to imprint products like Allbirds shoes. She can get imprints on those for you. How about Yeti bags? Those things are hard to print, but Diane can do it. Check out her offerings and show it to your customers because it puts you apart from other distributors who have no idea about alternate decorating methods.
It's Diane C. at flexsystems.com for a sample kit. The labels that she manufactures are American made, and they adhere to different products. They'll even do hats. You can put them on key tags, etc. And I think decorating those Allbirds shoes is pretty cool. I've got a couple of pair of those shoes. They're just great, and they would look real spiffy with the logo on the back of them, like you're seeing on that flyer or you just saw on that flyer. I find that many distributors limit their order sales because they don't know how to follow up. They don't make it a priority. Now, distributors fail at fast closings because they wait too long to follow up, and then the person has actually forgotten about them. You need to follow up when you meet somebody with no more than 2 days. Then you need to follow up again with them in another 2 days if they haven't contacted you. And then you need to contact them again 1 day after that. And if you can't get something out of them, let them go and go find somebody else. Now, school is out right now. Showdown Displays has all kinds of banners and different items, trade show booths for schools, for campus stores, fundraising, game day ideas. And there's a little thing that I told you about where you get 2% off and no setup fees when you order online. And they have a great third quarter promotion right there, which you're seeing on the right part of the screen. Showdown is an absolutely great supplier for display items. Distributors ask me all the time who to buy these from, and that's exactly who I would buy them from. Now, you need to place orders with suppliers and not brokers. What's happened here today is a lot of these mega suppliers have bought up these smaller suppliers, and they are operating them not like the company that you originally dealt with, how they did their business. Now, let's talk about bottled water right now. You talk about a problem with brokers in this market. Half of the water sellers in this industry are brokers. That means they don't process your whole order. This idiot that I'm showing you his comment on the screen here in order to get all technical, that's a water broker who was posing as a supplier. I asked him about what was up with his water. His water is processed with reverse osmosis. That means it was sewer water. I'm not looking for sewer water or purified water. I'm looking for this.
Dealing with honest suppliers. So when a supplier tells me they have a product, I'd like to know exactly what that product is. If I'm buying bottled water and it says it's purified with reverse osmosis, what does that really mean? Well, it really means that that water at one time was in a toilet or in a sewer. It's been cleaned where it won't kill you, but the taste is not as good as natural spring water. There are boxed water companies. There are companies that put water in aluminum bottles, all saying that it is the greatest thing in the world. In reality, it was sewer water. So watch out when you sell water. Alexa Springs water came from a natural spring. It has small filtering done to it, But it doesn't start out in a toilet. It starts out in the Ouachita National Forest in Mount Ida, Arkansas.
Anytime you run into anybody who's cheaper on the water, just ask them, do you know the water you're buying was in a toilet? Purified water for Aquafina comes from municipal water source, and that purified water in that box, they claim that boxed water is better than plastic bottled water. Well, that is just not the truth. Spring water samples from Brian at alexasprings.com. Now, here's the big problem that water brokers and other brokers who are representing key tag companies, drinkware companies, just any other company, there's a bunch of them that do this. If you deal with a broker, let's talk about water in this instance, they have inconsistent products from multiple ship-to orders. Sometimes customers will get one bottle at one ship-to location and another bottle at another ship-to location because the water broker has bid out your order and gives it to whoever gives them the cheapest price. And this talks about sewer water. If you run it through a purification process, it's not going to kill you, but it's never going to taste the same. Labels look different. Since they use a different label printer every time for your order, there's not going to be consistency in the way your labels appear on bottled water. Shipping is a problem because they use the lowest shipper cost there is. That means you get less reliable shippers. This also goes on in other markets in this industry. Don't sell sewer water, sell fresh water. And there's a great coupon from Alexa Springs. Now here's Showdown again. They are absolutely always trying to help you. And Kevin Walsh, who is the president of that company, said, Don, why don't you talk to customers in your webinars about the differences in raster art and vector art? And I got to be honest with you, I've been doing this forever, and I really didn't know the exact difference till he brought this up to me. You need to understand the difference so you can communicate with your customers, so you can go back to them when you need different art. Vector art is expandable. Raster art is static. That means if you try and increase it, it gets fuzzy, where vector art will increase without being fuzzy. That's as easy as I can explain it to you. But learn about artwork, and when you place your orders, Showdown is a great place to place it, but always send all your suppliers great art. Now, I got started in this industry by selling one, and my one sales ended up into more sales. Recognition products are the easiest, just one sale. So you want to start selling 150 orders a month, start out with customers that want to just buy one, and awards are a great way to do it.
Don, I get asked a question all the time. What's the key to selling recognition? Well, you have to talk about recognition, right? You've got to ask your clients, what are the award programs they're doing that they love, and just smile and shut up. Or you can show them a plaque, something that's a little bit different. Not the old standard ugly plaque. Maybe show them something a little bit different. At Apogee, our plaques look different. They don't have to look like the plaques did back in 1980, right? Show them a different plaque. That might be the key to selling recognition. Back to you, Don.
That's my friend John Gauchi. He is the most enthusiastic human being I've ever seen in my life. I've been helping Apogee for several years. There are 3 great coupons on the screen right now from Apogee. $50 off, $150 order coupons. Those are all great products shown in those coupons. I just can't say enough about John. There is his business card. He will do free samples for you. He will send you videos. He will actually help you sell awards, and he's really good at it. Now, we need to sell mega buyers if we're going to sell large amounts of orders per month. Now, to do that, you've got to be aggressive and you've got to be creative. First thing you need to do is find a fact finder. That would be someone who calls companies and finds out the correct spelling of the buyer's names, where they're located, and exactly how to contact them. Then that means you've identified the appropriate buyer. I would take product flyers or neat product samples, like what we have on the screen right now. Let's say we were going to call on a Harley dealership that had 20 locations or 10 locations or whatever, mailing them those motorcycle kickstand pans over and over again, and then following it up will get their attention. The same way with a motorcycle license plates frames. Or if you had a sports marketing company, you could mail them flyers for folding chairs, for tailgating, bags for sporting events, and you mail these repetitively to the contact the students or your fact founder has found out. And then in the third or fourth week, you start trying to call them. You phone and email again. And if you can get the cell phone out of them, like I told you, advised you to do before, you can start texting them. That's the only way I know today to call on mega buyers. But what that requires is finding mega buyers. It requires help. It requires accurate information, and it requires persistency. And finding help is what you need to do this. I hire students. I hire them from TCU. I am a Horned Frog. They have a great student marketing or sales program over there. And I use students that help me build my mailing list to repetitively mail my mega buyers. Great coupon on the screen right now for ID line for name badges, and a free screen from Trainer, who was the second supplier I gave an order to in this industry 35 years ago. Now here's a perfect product to mail to mega buyers. Bensel has smash lights. Bensel is a great supplier. They have the most creative products. I know Carla Matlock, who runs the company, these messenger and these smash light pluses, they're flat. These lights are LED lights. You press them in the center, they light up. It's the brightest light that I've ever seen. This is a mailer where you can get several of these samples from Carla Madlock, cmadlock@bensel.com. If you will email her, she will send you samples and get you started on a program to mail these to mega buyers. This is an easy product to mail. Now, I approach mega contacts by sending them friend requests on Facebook. You find out those names for your students, find out who you need to contact, go look them up on Facebook and send them a request. If you get them to accept your Facebook request, you have information you can find out about them to help you call on them. Now, my friend Greg Blumstein at Promo Social Post, he is not a slick guy. He's a distributor like me who's just trying to help you. He owns Promo Social Post, who can design campaigns for you to email and contact customers through social media. Now, here's a little message from him.
Promo Social Post is a digital marketing agency for promotional distributors, providing social media publishing and email marketing services for as low as $50 per month. For social media, we publish to Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and/or Twitter 3 times per week. Each post has a link that will open up your website to the featured product. For email marketing, we send out a newsletter at the beginning of the month and a product blast 2 weeks later. Clicking on a product within the email will again open up your website to the selected product. The goal of both of our services is to keep your company top of mind. To get started, go to promosocialpost.com to sign up, and we do the rest so you can focus on running your business and selling promo.
Greg is not out to steal your customers. He's a distributor like me trying to help you. And if you email him, there's his email address on the screen. He'll do a month for you for free. You cannot beat that. If he doesn't do what he says, you contact me and I'll get after him. But you won't contact me because he does exactly what he says he's going to do. Now, I'm going to advise you to save time so you have more prospecting time by avoiding orders placed with huge suppliers. Seek out suppliers with dedicated customer service reps. I am sick to death of these huge suppliers and their inept way that they handle orders. Here's my little recent opinion about 2 orders that I have done with mega suppliers.
A great tip on saving time for more prospecting is to not place orders with huge suppliers. My goodness, I tried to place 2 reorders last week for orders done by family-owned suppliers that were bought out by these huge mega conglomerates. One of the orders, I was given 5 different people to deal with based on their communication, which obviously didn't work out too well. Another supplier had me emailing back and forth with them 27 times because no dedicated one person handles those orders. ID Line has one customer service person for you who handles the order from start to finish. I hate to be talking like this, but these huge suppliers are making our industry so much less efficient.
The mega suppliers do not train their customer service people the right way, and I've dealt with ID Line forever. They have 4 customer service people: Alicia, Angela, Andrea, and Stacy. They will take care of your order. They don't email you 27 times. They do everything, and if there's a question, they tell you what to do, and you deal with them exclusively. I'm not kidding you. This is just gone crazy. If you'd like to have samples of any products from ID Line, there's Lindsay Bonds. She's the marketing director. There is her email address. Beyond the great customer service people they do name badges, coasters, mouse pads, leatherettes, buttons. Most of their products are American made. They do buttons. When's the last time you sold any buttons? Get a button sample kit from them. It's American made. Start dealing with suppliers with superior customer service, not these crazy mega service people. Now, I use alternate marketing programs to promote myself correctly. Many distributors do not. Right now, I would be trying to sell calendars. It is calendar selling time. Bensel has a great distributor self-promo special for calendars right now. Carla, or it's C-Mod, I got the wrong email address here. It is cmadlock@bensel.com. Ooh, I just saw that. Now, Cloth Promotions is another supplier that does the lens cleaning cloths that I have my logo printed on. They have great self-promotions on their cleaning cloths, on their different other products. They've expanded so much, but they're the best cleaning cloths in the industry. Tyler.r@clothpromotions.com if you want to see their sample program. Now, here's the best networking assistant I ever had. You talk about an alternate marketing approach. I had mats with my logo. There it is up at the top, and made for me by Logo Mats. I would take these to network events. I'd get there early. I'd go stand off in the corner on that mat I put on the floor. You cannot believe how many people came right up to me and asked me about that mat. My mat was the best networking assistant I ever had, and I never went to a stand-up event without my logo mat in tow. They have a great self-promo logo mat, self-promo offer, and there's a great 5% off a coupon order from Logo Mats. Now, be unique and prospect it, and be unique, and prospects want to know you more. I misspell that I'm sorry for. Paper business cards are not unique. I haven't used paper business cards in forever. I have used Quickoins before. Quickoins were the first product that Quickie Manufacturing developed back in the 1940s. Those little coin purses have made a comeback. They started producing them in neon colors. There's a story on the left about how this product has been written in so many magazines. And on the right is a description of the coin purse, which is what this thing is. But you can also carry medication in those little things. Phone chip cards, all kinds of small things if you need to carry it in your pocket. Quickoin samples from info@quickie.com. Now, I'm talking to you about selling calendars before. Well, you can get those self-promo calendars from Bensel, but right now they've got custom calendars that they can sell you and personalized calendars. You can get a calendar sample kit from cmadlock@bensel.com. I got her email address right on this one. This is a great repeat order product that every year you get your calendars. Email Carla, cmadlock@bensel.com, and she will send you calendar samples, great for repeat orders. I sell cause marketing programs on a monthly schedule. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up in October. Pink products will be in demand. Southern Plus has several pink products. You can get samples from order entry at southernplus.com, but one of the coolest things they have is their pink fashion umbrella or pink ribbon umbrella, and it is totally pink, but when it rains, the little breast cancer awareness logo appears on however many panels you want. You talk about cool, that is a cool pink product. Now, Snugz is one of my hero suppliers when it comes to cause marketing. They have all kinds of programs, like they donate money to the Wounded Warrior program. They donate money to a water project. They have clean water for people in the world. They have a drinkware line of drinkware that is aimed at the Wounded Warrior market. Customer care at snugzusa.com. If you'd like to have Wounded Warrior samples, they're a great supplier for cause marketing. Now, here's something that I want to tell you I bet you haven't thought about. Include an active people product search on your website. When you get these cookie cutter websites from the usual providers, they have already selected the product categories for you, which I don't like that. They're all the same. Wearables, hats, pins, it's boring. So what I have done on my website is I've got some custom categories that no one else has on their website. Like I might have an active people search option where you look for active people products, and you're going to come up with this crossbody sling waist pack from Innovation Line. That's an active people product to me that can go for any type of promotion. Make your site different than your competitors. Make your own search criteria. Instead of saying wearables, say things to keep you covered. I don't know what to say, but be different. Make your site different than your competitors. Like to have a sample of that waist pack? Chris at innovation-line.com. And remember, Innovation Line has 100 products that they can turn out for you in 24 hours. So don't lose business from these mega suppliers who have inventory sitting on boats. Innovation Line can deliver. Now, pickleball is a huge thing today. I mean, this is a wild sport. Southern Plus has pickleball bags and different products, and Ad Capital. I know Lance Dunn, who owns Ad Capital, they're an American-made supplier. He's got a pickleball band that doesn't look that slick, but I am telling you, this is how it works.
It keeps you cool as a cucumber. It's kind of a big deal. Watch droplets of water disappear into the back of this headband. Your skin stays dry all day. You feel cool. Instantly, you will have better performance, more endurance, and think more clearly and not perspire through a puddle of sweat, getting wetter, hotter, and fatigued. Focus better without sweat in your eyes. Identify your employees. Help your customers improve output. When sweat touches the inside of the sweatband, our patented fiber propels the sweat to the next wicking layer. Heat or breeze causes evaporative cooling. The expansion of droplets is normally caused by heat, like making steam from water. Now the less dense droplets need heat, and it's pull from your skin. Dry skin allows your body to release heat easier. The large HIVUS imprint allows you to include your logo or event. This is an inexpensive, easy to distribute, and practical alternative to t-shirts. By the way, it's chemical-free, odor-free, reusable, and made in the USA. Great idea for employees, construction, gyms, runs, walks, and sports.
Sounds like a great product, and it is. If you'd like to have a sample of pickleball products from Southern Plus, there is the email address. If you want a pickleball sample itself, jesse.lovejoy@adcapital.com. I'm telling you, this is a huge market. I have gotten some testimonials from these pickleball headbands, and I mean, people love them. This is a great way for you to contact a new market by just selling pickleball courts and clubs that have them. Now, I share uniform lookbooks. This is another way that I look better than other distributors. Edwards has a lookbook, and what I do is I forward these frequently to my customers because it shows the big trends that are about to come up. This is a great way to show suppliers that you are ahead of the game. You can get unlimited lookbooks from B. Guerin at edwardsgarment.com. Remember, Brett will do that little 20-minute uniform selling show for you, but also Edwards X is their custom product manufacturing part where they can make any product you want to make as long as you've got the time and the quantity. They will do drawings for you, custom clothing mock-ups. So if you have an idea for a type of clothing you'd like to have for a customer, email B. Guerin at edwardsgarment.com and he'll get some drawings going for you. Now, I talked about selling non-price sensitive products. Those would be quality products, not junk products. There are exploding power banks in this industry, if you see up at the top. There are mugs with broken handles. These are all cheap products that price cutters sell because they beat you on the price only. But who wants to sell broken products? So I sell quality American-made products. I love to talk about Burlingame. There's their kickstand pads again. They have shoe charms that you can put on Croc shoes now. They have bag tags and key tags. This is American-made stuff that is not junk. It doesn't break, and you can hold your price and say, hey, products I sell are quality. Do you want to buy handle mugs with a broken handle? Of course the customer doesn't. Quality samples from sales at burlacamp.com. Now, I talked about Pen Machine before and Gympire. I love Harvey Mackler. Harvey is still going to stay in the industry, but Pen Machine is going to increase his market. One thing that Pen Machine does is they want to tell you that there are many different processes on lapel pins. Photodome, laser fired, screen printed, cutouts, dice struck enamel. There are more than 30 of these processes. I'm not going to include all of them. But when you go into a deal with one of these cheap sellers who says, oh, I can get those lapel pins cheaper, say, well, are they offering you die struck or etched enamel? You ask them, they're going to say, I don't know. I just want a lapel pin. Well, that's how you sell educated buyers. If you want a lapel pin sample kit, Tommy's email address will be at the end of the email, and I can get you a sample kit from Pen Machine. Now, educated buyers buy from educated distributors. Do you know how many pounds of chair holes? Well, idiots will go out and outsell you, or they'll say, well, I can do a chair. Your chair is 40. Oh, I can get that chair for $30. Well, how many pounds does that chair hold? I've known Southern Plus forever. Greta Adams owns that company. They only have quality products. They don't sell junk. If you'd like to know about how to get chair samples, order entry at southernplus.com. When you learn any of these deals with these cheap sellers, ask those cheap buyers, well, how many pounds that chair hold? They're going to say, I don't know. Well, do you want the chair to break with your customer in it? Well, no. Well, that's how you defend your higher prices, by selling quality and knowing what you're talking about. Now, I'm telling you, another China problem's coming up here. I don't know who's going to be elected president. I don't run my business by elections. I use elections to do volunteer work and get customers, but I am preparing for the next China problem, and it's going to happen. There'll be an embargo. There will be a war with them. I don't know what it is, but what you need to do is start creating American-made product collections to feature on your site. Just like I told you about having active product things on your site. Create American-made product collections by targeting specific groups. Use the right keywords, categories, and price incentives for your selections on an American-made product site. There's Burlacamp again, or their kickstand pants. Quickie had the Quick Going. They have a Towel Hound, which is a golf towel holder. Alexa Springs is American-made. Logo Match ID line has those buttons. And my friend Diane Chapman at Flex Systems, these are all American-made products that are deliverable and you can include on your site. American-made and lasts forever. Here's a great product line, American-made cutlery. They have all kinds of great products made in Waverly, Iowa. American-made. You want to talk about long-lasting? These are all 3 sample offers I have right here from American-made cutlery. D. Keelman at AmericanMadeCutlery.com. If you want these samples, there's a great knife. There is a knife set. They have an ice cream scoop. I've offered a bunch of these through my selling tip offers that I send out. But this is a great American-made product supplier to keep on your site because they can deliver if an embargo happens. Now here's another little Flex System pitch.
Flex Systems is a U.S. manufacturer that can supply you with custom patches and labels. Why Flex Systems? Fast service, manufactured in USA. Low minimums. We decorate. Just send us your blanks. One-stop shopping. Send us your project and let's get started.
Just a great supplier. Flex Systems is a Sanmar Network authorized decorator for North Face, Carhartt, OGO, Eddie Boyer. Diane knows what she's doing. Send her an email, dianec@flexsystems.com, and she'll send you a label sample kit. I'm telling you, if you want to sell 150 orders a month, you've got to sell quality and you've got to sell unique. Now, you need to go where owners are present if you want to make some sales. One of the greatest places to find owners is by calling on food trucks. When you go to a food truck, I think there's a 90% chance the owner is going to serve you or take your order. If you want to go see them, this is a great bunch of products from Trainer that all food trucks need. Color changing cups, where you put liquids in, they'll change color, food packaging, napkins, coffee wraps. Trainer also makes anything for the hospitality industry. Free screen charged on the screen from Trainer. Janelle M at trainergraphics.com if you'd like to have a hospitality selling kit. I'm telling you, if you want to meet the decision maker, go call on food trucks, go call on craft breweries. Those are places where you're going to run into the owners. Now, John Gauchi is back. This is the last time he's going to be around, but he has a Swag It Forward program. If you'll contact John, send him an email with a logo of one of your customers, he will make an actual sample for you. That's his Swag It Forward program. John G at Creative Awards. John.G. I left the dot out of that. I am so sorry about that. But here's another little talk from John.
Thanks for having me again, Don. I want to talk a little bit about puzzles. If you're puzzled with recognition, why don't you pitch a puzzle? Nothing in the industry talks recognition like an engagement device, like a puzzle. This is a fundraising puzzle, but maybe the most popular form of puzzles today in recognition is the simple Employee of the Month puzzle. Look at that, 12 pieces of the puzzle. One employee each month gets a piece of the puzzle and they get put on the board. Or you might want something that's a little bit more mission-centric, right? Here's the keys to quality healthcare. Isn't that a cool puzzle? So when you're thinking recognition, ask your clients. Have you ever thought about doing a puzzle? You never know. Back to you, Don.
I'm sorry about not putting the .g there before John.g at creativeawards.net. His email will be at the end, and I believe it is spelled correctly. I've known him for a long time. I just visited him at the ASI show in Chicago, and they've got some brand new products. And there's those 3 great coupons from them. I just can't say enough about Apogee. They've helped me sell a lot of different awards. Now, I think you should maintain separate sample expenses and marketing funds. I have distributors all the time say, Don, you know, I can't afford those samples. I don't have the money for that. Well, if you don't have the money for it, you're not going to be able to do it. But here are some samples I've got for you that will help you, that are very cost effective. I can get you a free woven sample from Edwards. If you'll just scan that QR code on the screen, it'll take you right to the sample order form, and Edwards will send you a free sample of a woven. They will also send you a free sample of a polo if you will scan that QR code on the screen. There's 2 more of my American cutlery offers that I talked to you about earlier. And Bensel, remember, C. Madlock at Bensel.com. She will send you a light up USB charger. These are great sample offers that you can do, and you should take advantage of them for you and keep a marketing budget for you buying samples. Mailing programs, like you're going to mail those smash lots to those mega buyers, you got to have a mailing expense budget. Social media expansion, you're going to need to give Greg $50 a month, the greatest money you can ever invest. You need to have these funds, and you need to do it if you're going to be a $1 million distributor. Now, Sunjoy is my go-to supplier for electronics. Remember I told you about the exploding power banks? Well, that doesn't happen with Sunjoy. Here's a great $50 off, a coupon from Sunjoy at the top of the screen. If you want to order a power bank sample, a wireless speaker, a wireless charger, or earbuds, you can email your shipper number and address to harrison@sunjoy.us, and he will send you those samples. These are quality electronics. Now, here's a little pitch from Greg on a calling card, which I think is so
Almost
cool.
all distributors have a professional-looking website, from Sage, ESP, or Distributor Central. They all have a similar look and feel to them. From my over 20 years of experience in the industry, very few distributors have a professionally made introductory video about their distributorship. These videos will definitely differentiate your distributorship among others. They can be used on your website's homepage, social pages, or in emails to prospects. Creating one of these videos on your own is time-consuming and can cost up to $1,000. Our video includes your logo at the beginning, your contact info at the end, and costs only $299.
Here's a video that he did for me. And it ends up there with my logo. It's very cool. Just email Greg at promosocialpost.com and ask him about that. And remember, he'll do his thing for you for 1 month for free. Now, I think you should use suppliers that feature accurate shipping quotes. A lot of suppliers will quote you different freight charges based on zone charges. We're talking about water. Alexis Springs has 7 shipping locations. There's where they ship from, the names of the towns, and so they can get any part of the country with water shipment in a timely and cost-effective manner. Don't fall for these water brokers who put add-on charges to different zones. Other suppliers will do the same thing. Spring water samples, Brian at alexissprings.com. Cannot say enough good things about their water. Now let's talk about who to sell some water to. Vehicle dealers buy 3 pallets a month average. There's a pallet ready to ship out right now. I believe that's, I think, 12-ounce bottles. There's a bunch of them on that pallet. And here's the Alexis Springs flyer for their water pricing. Brian at alexissprings.com for water samples. Vehicle dealers, car washes, auto repair shops, detail shops are all great for bottled water. You can leave that in cup holders of vehicles when they come out of a car wash. Valet parkers could leave them in cup holders. And bottled water is an absolutely great business card. Now, golf courses have removed water stations during COVID. Most of them have not come back. They need bottled water more than anything. Municipal courses, country clubs, wherever you play golf. Courses require bottled water now more than ever. Good catch here on getting some water business, because those water stations, like big containers of water, they've been removed. And remember, when you're selling in Alexa Springs, Rolling Hills Country Club, it says right there, natural spring water. It doesn't say from a toilet. Now, if you want to sell Apple products that are non-sensitive price selling opportunity, which they are, Sunjoy and Harrison Few knows how to help you do that. If you're interested about selling Apple products, email harrison@sunjoy.us. These are some different samples of the Apple products that I saw in Chicago at their booth. They have iPads, they have their buds, they have their trackers, they have noise canceling headphones, even has Apple TV. You can imprint the little Apple TV, whatever we call it, the little thing where the information comes in. Harrison@sunjoy.us if you want to sell Apple products. And there's a great $50 off a screen charge order on the screen right now. So Harrison is who you need to talk to. Now here's my last pitch for Diane Chapman. I swear.
Please don't forget my friend Diane Chapman at Flex Systems. Her decorating capabilities are so unique, and if you will show those to your customers, they will know that you are the go-to distributor.
There's how you get your label sample kit. And the one thing I want to mention to you is she decorated these expensive Italian sweaters. There were like 20 of them. They were like $3,000 a piece. I don't know what the things were, or $2,000 a piece. Well, she made some cool little labels that went on those, and it was just the nicest job for a high quality customer. And remember, she's a Sanmar authorized decorator. Now here's Greg again. We're not going to have any more videos from Greg. I'm just reminding you, free month of promo social post help. Greg at promosocialpost.com, just sending an email and see what he tells you. Now here are the contacts for everybody that I've talked about in this webinar. Now there's john.g@creativeawards.net. I got his email right there. C. Madlock at Bensel for the samples and the calendar kits. I've got her email correctly. Harrison Few for the Apple products is up there. And that pickleball sweatband sample you can get from jesse.lovejoy@adcapital.com. Those motorcycle kickband pans come from Burlacamp. Remember Alexa Springs for the water, Brian at alexasprings.com. Dan Keelman for the knife samples. The shoe emblems for the Crocs, that's sales at burlacamp.com. Want that waist pack sample? That's Chris at innovation-line.com. And there's Diane C. at flexsystems.com. And don't forget the folding chairs from Southern Plus, trainer, uniform selling, ID line samples, logo mats, and the Wounded Warrior samples. All I can tell you is I thank you for listening today. If you'll email me, don@sellpromoproducts.com. I will send you the replay of the webinar when it's downloaded. It takes a while. It's a lot of slides. But if you'll just email me, I'm more than happy to help you. We'll have another webinar next month. We'll expand on how to sell orders in some different ways. And I'm going to leave the screen up right now for a little while so you can copy down the email addresses. And please email these suppliers and providers for information. I wouldn't recommend them if I didn't think they could help you. And I hope you just have a great day and survive the hot weather. Thanks so much for listening.